Any ideas?
Okay, subs, I'm afraid you've only got me, little old me, for home time. Let me go and let Chi-Chi out. Doing some filming today. Chi-Chi's been out of sorts, not knowing where her mama is. Anyway, Nadia has sent me some voice notes helping to instruct me on how to cook some various meals. So what I'm going to endeavour to do tonight, guys, is I'm going to try and cook a chicken, a roast, with all the bits and bobs that come with it. Now, when I say bits and bobs, I don't necessarily mean roast potatoes, but Nadia does this weird thing with her chickens, doesn't she, where she turns them over and puts them on their back. That's what we all do with chickens. So I am going to, in a moment, I'm going to upload her voice notes and we're going to have a little listen together and see if she can walk and talk me through the cooking of a roast dinner. Now, I'd say this is probably the one area in which I am most at sea when Nadia's away, is food. And it's not about not wanting to feed the girls healthily. It's because, you must have this, guys, most teens, most kids have not got a shred of interest in eating healthily. So it is the parents' responsibility, obviously, to ensure that they do. So here's the thing. You're not going to be met with enthusiasm. So there's little reward. And so that's the thing that I am full of admiration for Nadia about as she plows on with her new series, Family Feasts. And, you know, it's a thankless task, actually. You know, cooking for a family is not only, as you've witnessed many times, about catering for so many different flavours and tastes, though I am of the opinion, and I don't wish to sound like Boris Johnson now, I am of the opinion that you shouldn't ask kids too much what they want. It should be a case of, this is what we're having today. For example, I have in the past made the occasional shepherd's pie, cottage pie, shepherd's pie, and we have the ingredients to do that, and that's one of the dishes she's given me the voice notes to kind of work my way through. And so, for example, on that night, I should say, there's shepherd's pie. Have shepherd's pie or have nothing. And they'll have it. So there's that. But then there's the wanting to be Mr. Cool Dad and wanting to be Mr. Cool Cop. And then that terrible sort of niggling thought comes in, which is, well, even if they were to eat unhealthily for a week, is that going to change their entire lives? But no, but what it will do is program their minds into thinking they can eat unhealthily in a stealthy way. Eat stealthily in an unhealthily way. Stealthily unhealthily. Anyway, so this is basically me rambling on because I'm wanting to delay the inevitable, which is I've got to essentially oil a bird. Yeah, I've got to oil up a bird. Okay, team, so look, you can see I'm increasingly becoming dishevelled, slightly unshaven, eczema, hair just everywhere. Right, I now have found some these Nadia voice notes. Here we go. So let's have a listen, shall we?
Okay, tuna pesto pasta.
That's not what we want, is it?
Put on a big pan of water. Mama's spaghetti.
No, they don't want that.
So take the chicken out of the wrapper. Put the oven on at 220, not fan, just conventional.
220. Hang on. 220, not fan, just conventional. Let me do that. 220, not fan, just conventional. Oh my God, what's happened inside there? Let's use the other one. Oh God, what's happened to that oven? 220. I'm clever. I know that we're going to need to put the chicken in a tray. Up there for thinking, down there for doing something else. Okay, so close the door. I love the way these ovens just tell you what to do. Okay, so it's preheating. It's preheating. Okay, so that's sorted. Okay. Oh, and I've got to take the chicken out of the wrapper. Hold on one second. I'm just going to get a selfie stick. Okay. Okay. The deal is, as a dad, if you're going to have to get healthy food down them, you've got to have a few things as backup, haven't you, to kind of, sort of get them over the line in a sense. A ton of sultanas. I'm not even going to show you what that was. See if you can guess. What is it? What have I got that I shouldn't have got? What have I got that I shouldn't have? Freeze frame it, come on. Keep stopping. You need to stop. You need to stop it. Free. No, can't show that. Where's this bloody chicken? Oh my god. Christmas nuts. I love it when my nuts get Christmassy. Blueberries for my Healthy Joe Wicks thing, and chicken. Chickens aren't cheap, are they? If you had 100 chickens, you got a lot of money. Right, what did she say?
Put some olive oil. So take the chicken out of the wrapper. Put the oven on at 220, not fan, just conventional.
Yep.
Put some olive oil. So put the chicken into a baking tray.
Voila. Not any old baking tray. Gigi's looking at me. See, what's annoying about this is I actually felt relatively confident about doing chicken until she decided to record a chicken voice note, in which case then you suddenly don't feel confident. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, yes, you can spy Rubicon at the back there. That was Nanny Dies. There. Right.
So take the chicken out of the wrapper.
Yeah.
Put the oven on at 220, not fan, just conventional.
Yeah.
Put some olive oil. So put the chicken into a baking tray.
Is this a baking tray? Yes.
And then rub it all over with olive oil. Put some salt on the legs and all over the chicken, but not the breast at this point because it will dry it out.
Did you hear that? So, do I have to use my hand? I guess I have to use my hand. Okay, so maybe I should bring you over to have a look at me. This is me oiling my bird. Whoa! That's me dropping my phone into oiling my bird. There you go. So a bit of that on there. What do you say? Look at that. And then
just roughly chop an onion and put some salt on the legs and all over the chicken, but not the breast at this point because it will dry it out.
So all over the legs? Oh right, I see.
Just roughly chop an onion and carrot and throw in a few garlic cloves into the tray around the chicken. Turn the chicken upside down, breast side down, and cook it for 20 minutes at 220.
So there you go, see that? She's running ahead now. So I've done that.
Put some salt on the legs and
Done
all over
that.
the chicken, but not
Done
the
that.
breast at this point because it will dry it out.
Not the breast, no breast.
Just roughly chop an onion and a carrot and throw in a few garlic cloves into the tray around the chicken.
Okay, I can do that. I can do that. Look. Look, look. And this is how chefs do it, isn't it? Sort of. Do you think I should? You know what I might do? I might shove them in the. Oh, come back. Right, so fired garlic all over the. I'm going to do this. Look, I'm going to shove them in there. Look like that. Look, 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 under the skin. Yeah, yeah, because I know what I'm doing. Oh shit, the oven's ready. What's happened over there? Right. Oh. So I'm just going to chuckle. Sorry about that. I'm going to look. Empty, doesn't it? Right, so carrots and onions coming. Okay, so some carrots and onions. Just gonna... Whenever I see Nadia do it, she does it so sort of slapdash and sort of rudimentary in a sort of kind of rustico, kind of, I don't know, bistro-y kind of way. So I'm just gonna kind of chop them roughly chopped, and chuck them in. Chuck them in. See? Like that. Like that. Skin on or skin off, I suppose, for onions. No one's going to eat the onions. It's for flavour. It's more for flavour. Look. Kind of. Just gonna, like that. Bring some. Bit big, those carrots, don't they? Just kind of looks like how it looks when she does it. Right, need to go back round. It's not easy listening to her voice. Quite hot.
Turn the chicken upside down, breast side down, and cook it for 20 minutes at 220, and then turn it down to 180. Cook it for about an hour and 15 minutes, and in the last half hour, turn it round so the top crisps up a bit, so the skin crisps.
Right, so I've got to get my hands dirty again and turn it bloody upside down. I think that's so that all the juices sort of go into the breasts. Juicy breasts. That's what that's for. Okay. It's gonna go in. Come with what? God, even though I do Joe Wicks, I can't carry that. Oh, I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop it. Okay. Okay, let's do that. And then let's do it. 20 minutes at 220, right?
Turn the chicken upside down, breast side down.
Yeah, done that.
And cook it for 20 minutes at 220.
Yeah, we're in.
And then turn it down to 180.
After 20, yeah.
Cook it for about an hour and 15 minutes.
Another hour and
in
15.
the last half hour, turn it round so the top crisps up a bit, so the skin crisps up a bit. And sprinkle some salt at this point on the breast, actually.
Fantastic.
That's a very basic chicken, but it'll be nice enough.
Oh, right, Christ, I found that kind of complicated enough. Okay, so there you go. So I've done that. I'm just going to go and get the vegetables ready, which is really boring. So in the time it's taken... Sorry, whenever I do that, it's because I'm getting a text. In the time it's taken me to get the roast to 45 minutes in, I've edited the vlog. And I do apologise. I'm going to have to say so now, because I'm afraid she's not here. She's not here, and I can't get any footage from her. I can't even get photos from her. I think there might be some extraneous or specific issue with her phone, more so than anyone else's on the on the trek, so she's really struggling even to upload stuff to Insta Stories and Instagram. So anyway, look, I'm gonna stop apologising now. If you want nads, tune off, come back later. Here's the thing. This is the chicken courtesy of Nadia's instructions, and I popped it in, as she said, upside down. I'm now going to take it out and turn it back out over onto its right side. But I noticed I did something really stupid when I put it in. Classic. I put it in, but I didn't check to see if there was enough headroom. Oh, God, it's gone on. Oh, look. Look. I burnt it. It was nudging its, what's that called? Is it called the arse? The bishop? It's got a funny name, isn't it? The past, no, it's not the parsnip, was it? Whoa. Okay, so I'm gonna have to put you down for a minute. Let's put you over here. What is a chicken's butt called? Look, done and done. A moron. Absolute moron. Okay, so now I'm gonna. It's hard to do this. It's looking good though. Ooh. I'm gonna lose all those juices. Ooh. Now it's on its right side. That looks a bit pale. It's a bit pale, doesn't it? It looks a bit pasty. All right. Gonna prep some chips now into there. It's all about timing cooking, isn't it? It's about timing, it's about pre-prep, it's about getting it ready. Okay, so I've chopped the beans, I've got sweet potato fries for me, trying to stay healthy, and normal fries for Kiki. She only likes runner beans. Maddie likes broccoli, so I'll cook her some broccoli when she gets in. So it's in the oven. I think I'm doing all right, guys. What do you think? I mean, I should bloody do all right. I haven't had to do anything. It's just about the time it takes to cook a bloody chicken. I'm looking forward more to cooking the cottage pie, shepherd's pie, whatever you call it. Anyway, there you go. See you in a bit. See you again in a bit. And there's one of the eternal frustrations of being a cook, I guess, for Nadia. I've made a beautiful chicken. Look, I've just pulled it out the oven. Look. Doesn't look too bad, does it? And look, that tray, what I like about that is, that's such a good device, isn't it? Just chucking everything around it. That's kind of worked a treat. Runner beans going there. The potatoes aren't, the fries aren't looking particularly fried. But here's the thing. Maddie, it's half term still, calls, can I go over to friends? I can't say no, can I? So, two ways of looking at that. I've cooked too much, or there's just more for me and Kiki to eat. And Kiki has the appetite of a sparrow. The frustrations of being a family cook. Nadia, I never realised you go to all that effort and they don't even come home. Anyway, how do you think I've done, subs? I suppose the proof is in the pudding, or the proof is in the bird, in the breast. Does it look like Mum's?
Yes.
Does it look as good as Mum's?
Yes.
I tell you what, it tastes very succulent. That tip that I gave your mum about tipping the bird over upside down in the oven, it's a great tip. She dines out on it all the time. Thank God I discovered that. If I say so myself, it's very succulent, very tasty, very juicy. Yeah, really nice. What was that, Kiki? Really nice from Kiki. Sitting down to watch Dark Crystal, feeling a little bit smug. Okay, the morning after the night before are my first endeavours with cooking in Nadia's absence were a success. I mean, okay, Maddie wasn't here. She was at Abby's last night. But looky there. Kiki did go to great lengths actually to say how absolutely tasty it was. So here's the thing. I've got a meeting at Google today. Well, very exciting, very exciting. But you'll find out about all of that in the coming weeks, months. And yeah, so I'm heading into town. Kiki's got a friend over. I think they're going to go and have lunch with, because lots of people are still on half-term, lunch with Betty, Teddy and Dina next door, which is lovely. That's the dogs running around. I'm probably going to have a go at cooking shepherd's pie tonight. So yeah, that could be fun, could be interesting. I have to say, I think my mashed potato is world renowned because I have a vital little ingredient that I pop into my mash. Well, 2 top tips for mashed potato. Nadia won't agree with these. I think it's critical to overcook your potatoes so that they're almost fluffy. I mean, I don't mean to the point that they're falling apart, but just cook them to the point that they're very easy to mash. That's point 1. Then you always chuck in salty butter, of course, but Nadia always then pops in milk. That's where I depart from our celebrity master chef's approach. I pop in double cream. And every time I've done it, the girls just look at me like I'm a god, like I'm a mash god, the god of mash. And I think the god of mash should be called Maris. Maris, the god of mash. That's me. Anyway, so just thought I'd give you a little update. The girls are going to tidy the kitchen before you get your knickers in a twist. The girls are going to be tidying the kitchen today. And I'm going to be busy, but I will be tuning in later. Now, I've had a brief chat with Nads. I spoke to her yesterday. Technology has failed her spectacularly up there, right down to the fact that many of her colleagues and co-trekkers are able to upload to Insta Story, and she's struggling to even be able to do that. But I had a good conversation with her yesterday. She was on her own. It's very tough. It's very tough. I said to her, we're very proud of her, but it's hardcore. They're jet lagged. It's beautiful. The organisation's all great. That's all brilliant. She's genuinely very, very tired. And you've got to think about this. I'm so proud of her because essentially if you look at her and all the other celebs, she's obviously the oldest of the lot, and she goes like a nutter in many ways. She goes like a nutter when she goes for these things. She really gives it her all, and she's an enormous empath, so I know she'll be really corralling the energy and the emotions of her team. She really takes the responsibility of being a team leader seriously. And I know that a couple of the members of her group are really struggling post-treatment and chemo and things like that. So, so let's all send out strong vibes to her. I have spoken to her very briefly. They are seeing beautiful stuff, but let's not forget, apparently the trekking is quite serious trekking. It's not an opportunity to just be pointing the camera around and getting pretties all the time. They're seriously 9-hour treks and hikes and things like that. And I've just seen a notice coming on my phone that there is going to be a December general election. How else could Brexit piss people off anymore, other than now making the Christmas 2019 all about Brexit? Finally, the time has come when Maddie is going to trim my eyebrow hair. Is this how you do it for you?
No, I don't get my eyebrows up.
Do you not?
No.
It's really weird how yours go.
Mine grows so enormous. Hear it?
Oh my God, you can literally hear
Can you hear it? It's like the thickest stalks of broccoli.
Oh my God!
Can you hear that, Sobs?
It's so loud.
I'm breathless because I just impersonated a crab.
Yeah, he did.
Dancing.
Very funny.
Oh, thanks. Sorry, I'm so hot.
Look how... Yeah, okay, that's
Is that done?
Yeah. Oh my God. You're like Gandalf.
I'm like Gandalf. If they're like this now, what are they going to be like when I'm 80?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, all right.
You're going to need a personal eyebrow assistant.
I am. I know a famous actor who had someone just on hand to pull the Klingons off his bum hair.
Dad!
Yeah, they did. I'm not going to say who it was, but I know who it is.
Say it and bleep it out.
No. How's that look?
Wait.
Does it look better? Is that your tummy?
No, that's
You're
your
hungry.
tummy.
That's my tummy.
I've
I'm
had
hungry.
a McDonald's breakfast, bro.
This is
There we
happening.
go. Look.
Ah, thanks. That means like when I do this, when I accidentally go like that, I don't have a
Still
line
but
going
yeah,
up.
You don't have one massive one.
Thanks, Maddie.
I remember once when Dad took me to one.
Check my ear hair.
There's a drum. Oh my God, you've got the one grey one again.
You're joking.
Wait, let me film it. Look, Dad has always had just this one grey hair that always grows there on his ear.
Oh. And you always pluck it out. Yeah. She used to do it with her teeth. That's how much she loves her old man.
Used to suck
Oh.
bogies out my nose.
I had to suck bogies out
Shall
of
I
me.
just pull it?
Just pull it. Oh! Oh! Ah! Oh!
Not coming out.
What do you mean? What are you going to do?
Cut it.
Oh, that sounded so loud. God, that's as thick as my bristles. I've got
Wait, don't talk.
ear stubble. There's not such a thing as ear stubble.
No, but I was saying, there's this drama group I go to, SLT, West Nord, and the first day we went, my dad was talking to like the man who runs it, sort of thing. And I was standing next to Dad, and I looked at him, and he had this eyebrow hair sticking. I'm not even over exaggerating. This far out, and I thought that it was a bit of his hair from his head.
Might have
it was
been.
like, no, it wasn't, because then you picked me up in the car, and I came in. I was like, Dad, that's an eyebrow hair.
Oh my God.
And then I yanked it, and then you kept it in like the cup holder in your car for
Why did I
ages.
keep it?
Because you were like, I want to see if
I maintain to this day that eyebrow hair was probably my most social hair, and he just wanted to be friends with the guy.
He wanted to touch his
He wanted
face.
to touch his face.
it was going.
My hair reaches out to people. Unfortunately, it just happens to reach out of my nose and ears and eyebrows. Thankfully, not my butt. Okay, well, Nadia's just let me know that she's now being able to upload stuff to Insta Stories. Doesn't mean she can get clips through for the vlog, unfortunately, but if you head over to her family Instagram, Nadia's Sawalha Family, you can check out some really nice Insta Stories of how she's getting on in her treks. And what do you think today about this possibility of 16 and 17-year-olds getting the vote? Do you think they should be allowed to have the vote? What do you think? Let us know. What are your thoughts? I mean, surely if we're wanting more democracy, you allow the younger voters to vote, that's even more democracy, surely, no? Oh no, that's right, of course, because the majority of young people don't want to leave Europe, so that will be why they won't get the vote. So just on the way home from work, and in that building there, Foyles, which is a very famous bookshop, is the last corner or vestiges of Ray's Jazz Shop, which is where I go and get occasionally vinyl, female vocalists for Maddie, and I also go and have a little peruse myself for old time's sake. A bit like Nadia and Kay's walk to work, I'm beginning to wonder whether what we should start to do is something similar as we walk over Waterloo Bridge. I'm just going to show you a shot of London at dusk. You just love the sky. So I'm heading back now. Boris Johnson's threatened to call off the election if 16-year-olds are given the vote. I think 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds should take sustenance from that. It means that the political and the middle class and the middle-aged people that are so-called supposedly run this country are running a little bit scared. Why would you not want to give 16 and 17-year-olds the vote when in Wales and Scotland they already have it? So there you go. So I'm heading back to the car, heading back to the house, where the girls once again have dodged. Maddie's dodged my cooking because they're going over to Betty and Teddy's for a takeaway whilst I do a workout and get some work done. Oh, hi guys. I was on Waterloo Bridge last time. I've got home. So didn't want to do it. It's so much harder to do a workout at the end of the day, isn't it? Oh, crikey. Anyway, I did it. So I'm still on the graduate plan. My skin has come up like mad because of it being autumn. It quite literally, at the transition of seasons, it comes up. So, yeah. The girls are next door with Betty and Teddy. Bless them, Betty, Teddy and Dina. Getting them a takeaway. So cooking duties let off the hook tonight. I was going to do a shepherd's pie. What can I do? I mean, you know, you've got the skills to pay the bills, but no one wants to eat the meals. What can I say? I don't know if you guys have seen, go over to our the family Instagram account, and there was such a gorgeous message posted from Nads, which seriously just cut me up, man. I was just in the car and not driving, by the way, I hasten to add, and whoa, so heartfelt and so meaningful and so appreciated. And I mean, you know, we trot this stuff out, we say it a lot, it's a big part of our lives. And I guess the thing about being any kind of YouTuber or vlogger or anything like that is, you know, if we're going to be real, then those real elements of our lives that are big parts of our lives are going to sort of thread their way through things quite a lot. And yeah, okay, you know, it might be a bit boring for some, but if I wasn't sober, I'd be dead and there wouldn't be a family and then there wouldn't be a vlog. So all things considered, it was one of the most beautiful messages I've received. And so in case you haven't seen it, I'm just going to drop in what she said just here. It goes out of sync a bit because of it's travelled an awfully long way to get here, not just through the Himalayas, but across Europe, you name it.
So, this is a happy sober birthday. to Mark, and you know how I feel about you being sober, but I wanted to say it really publicly because I think it's a very public thing, not drinking. It's the one drug in the world that you have to apologise for not doing. So I know how hard it is, how hard it's been for you to stay 15 years sober. For us, because you love us, me and the girls, and I'm just so proud of you, and I wanted to say that publicly, and I'm sorry I'm in the Himalayas and not celebrating with you. I couldn't be more proud of you. Happy birthday.
I don't want to go on about it too much because I don't want to get too soppy, but it made me really miss her, and I really wanted to come home and lie on the sofa, have a cuddle, watch the last 20 minutes of Succession season 2, because we're both at that point. But instead she's up a mountain in the Himalayas. I mean, I can't even believe I'm saying that sentence. The kind of sentence you used to say about me years ago. He's at the North Pole, or he's in the Andes, or he's in the desert. But no, Nadia's up the Himalayas. I kid you not. Bless her. So anyway, but she's beginning to be able to post stuff on Insta stories. So I'm now about to, what am I about to do? It's that weird thing of when you get the luxury of time and silence in the house. So I'm sweaty as hell, so I could have a bath or a shower, but then another part of me wants to do 1,000,001 things. I just want to do stuff. I want to read an entire book in 20 minutes. I want to listen to my new jazz album, Jimmy Smith. I want to listen to the radio. I want to finish a scene on my play. I want to get editing. I want to do everything. And then what will happen is I won't be able to do one of those things because I'll have got distracted, I don't know, doing something with the kettle. And before you know it, I feel a complete failure. There's no stop time for me. There really isn't any stop time for me. Even if I'm watching something late at night, usually I'm thinking of it in terms of, will we be reviewing that for the channel at some point? So I have very little downtime. It's the same with the production side of the company. Everything one reads and listens to, you're constantly thinking of, is this a potential program idea? Is this a possible TV show? Is this a possible documentary idea? And all that sort of stuff. So I don't do downtime easily, and I'm sitting here right now doing this, speaking to you, which is lovely, and I should and I could be doing nothing, but doing nothing frightens me. Do you get that? Like right now, I'm frightened. Christ, what can I do? What can I do? But for those of you who, can't go to bed without their regular fix of Nadia's dulcet tones, dear old Caroline, or Kaz, who's part of the trek and features in our film that we did about the 4 women trekking for Copperfield. She sent me this film. So this is just for you guys, just for you, in case you've been missing those dulcet tones of Nadia Sawalha off the telly.
With one enormous chair, how wouldn't it be lovely? Some da 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 da.